My name is Haley. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted to drop in before the vlog started to say that it was the first time I've ever filmed one. So apologies for the really dark lighting, the really horrible angles. Really did not do my chin any justice. The volume, the choppy editing, the reflection on my glasses, it all comes with being new, and I'm learning, and so hopefully the next one will be better. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy. Good morning, world. It is Monday morning. I am about to make some coffee, which I'm always excited about. I'm gonna have kind of a busy day today. I'm gonna get my TBR ready for the 24-hour Rory Gilmore readathon, which is this weekend, and I'm one book short. I was thinking I might get the Shakespeare play. The only ones I own are the ones that are on the list. So I'm gonna go into town today, look at some charity shops, and try to find something. I also have to apply for jobs, which is sucky, but it must be done. But I think I'm gonna get some reading done in between all that. So yeah, coffee time. Because I have the slowest coffee machine literally known to man, I'm gonna get started on my reading for this morning before I have my cup of coffee. And I've been reading recently America by Robert Goodwin. The epic story of Spanish North America. It's normally something I would really love to learn about. I do love learning about it, but this book, man, it's dense. It's very dense, and I'm struggling with it. I have about 6 chapters left, though, and I'm returning it to the library on Wednesday. So I'm on a strict schedule with it. Here we go. Okay, so I just finished another chapter of this. Like I said earlier, it's very dense, so I've been trying to break it up into small, manageable, bite-sized reading, because then I just get burnt out on it, which, to be honest, I'm feeling that way anyways. I just wanted to check in and say that we got this like really interesting part of it where, because for so long the Spanish were in the west of North America, you don't really get a sense of what's happening to the east. Then we kind of switch back over to the Spanish in Louisiana and Florida, and all of a sudden it's 1776 and Americans are fighting the British in our Revolutionary War. And it's just like contextualizes what the continent as a whole was going through at that time, where we have Spanish missionaries coming into California and Arizona and interacting with Native Americans and building communities and subjugating Native populations. But then also Philadelphia is a thing, and New York City is a thing, and we're still dealing with the wild, wild west here. So I just thought that was really interesting. I mean, I am at the end of the story. I guess the Spanish are very close to leaving, but I just liked that, where for so long I was just kind of engrossed in what was going on the Pacific side of North America. And now all of a sudden, the United States is a thing. This is crazy, 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 crazy. I'm looking forward to reading the rest of it. I am back from town. I was fairly successful, if you call going to town for one book and coming back with 7 successful. I managed to get through 2 podcast episodes while I was out. First one, I listened to an episode of We the People, which is hosted by the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia, and it's a weekly podcast where they do roundtable discussions on current events and kind of tie them into the Constitution and the Supreme Court. And this week, was based on the Portland protests and the federal government kind of flexing their power. It's really interesting, and it definitely gave me a lot to think about. If you're interested in American history or government, politics, any of that, it's a great podcast. And then I also got to listen to Past Present, which is 3 American historians who every week they choose one current event or person or anything really that's happening now, and they kind of trace the historical context of it, and then kind of what we can draw from that. And this week they did Kamala Harris, which is really interesting. I was didn't really learn. I mean, I listened to this kind of stuff a lot, so I didn't really learn much, but it was still interesting to hear them discuss her and her record and what her vice presidency means. That was really enlightening. And then at the end of every episode, they all go around and they recommend a book or a podcast or a show or an article of something that they found really interesting that week. And that's my favorite part. I've read so many good things, listened to so many good things on their recommendations, so I love that part. I just feel like they're my people. So anyways, I went to town and I started at Oxfam. My town doesn't have like an Oxfam bookshop. They just have a shop with a book section. But they usually have like better quality books than other thrift stores, so I always start there. And I went looking for a Shakespeare play to add to the Rory Gilmore 24-hour readathon this weekend. And I didn't find one there, but I did find Bring Up the Bodies by Hilary Mantel. I've not read the first one, Wolf Hall, but it is on my TBR. I just felt like I couldn't pass up a good deal of £2 for the sequel, and it is in great condition, so I picked that one up. And then I went to Garden House Hospice, and they have a much bigger book selection, but again, not as quality. And I ended up finding a Shakespeare play. I got Henry IV, Part 1. I've never read this one. It is on the Rory Gilmore reading list, so I will be reading it this weekend. And I have no idea what to expect from it. Like I said, I've never read it before. So yeah, we will see how that goes. The bad or the good part of Garden House Hospice is that their used books are 3 for £1. So, of course, I found the Shakespeare book, and then found 3 other books I wanted. But I can't only buy 4 books. So then I had to go searching for 2 other books, sorry. So I ended up getting Chocolat by Joanne Harris. I've never read this, and I've never seen the movie, but I've heard really good things about both. So I'm really interested in this one. I can't wait to read that. I've picked up Brick Lane by Monica Ali. This is also on the Rory Gilmore reading list. I don't think I'm going to get to it this weekend, but it's about the immigrant experience in London, and that really interests me. So I think I might bump that up on my TBR list. I also picked up Vikings, A History by Neil Oliver. I have his History of Scotland, which I'm really psyched to read that I haven't read yet. I would love to learn more about Viking culture and history and stuff, and I love the covers and pictures. It just looks good. I've heard good things about Neil Oliver, so I'm interested to pick up one of his books and see if I like it. Then I picked up The Air Affair by, I'm going to kill his last name, I already know, by Jasper Fjord. This is so funny because this has been on my TBR for so long. I've never been able to find it in any charity shops or thrift stores. I've only ever found the sequel. But today I found the first one, and it's kind of hard to describe what it's about. It just seems very fantastical and almost absurd, and obviously a little bit literary. So I'm really stoked to read this one. I don't even know what to expect from it. We'll see. And then the find that I was most excited to find, besides the Shakespeare play, was Killing Eve, Codename Villanelle. I love Killing Eve. It's a great show. I just started the second season. I know I'm really late, but I enjoy it so much that I'm worried that I'll watch it too fast. So I've been kind of dipping in here and there, and just absolutely loving it. And I'm so excited that I found this because I just love the story. I love the characters. I'm really, really interested in how the book is and how it has transferred over to the screen. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. Happy I found it. So yeah, it is now almost noon. I feel like I've been very productive this morning. I think I'm going to read a little bit before I get started on job applications for the day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up Midnight Sun, the new Twilight book. Actually, I'm really loving it. I'm about 100 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. I started it yesterday. And it is a library ebook that I checked out through the Libby app. So there's a huge list of people behind me that want to read it. So I actually have to read it by the time the due date rolls around. So I'm going to get started on that. I have just finished applying for a job and starting another job application. And it's incredibly stressful, which is why I look like this. And my mind is just burnt out. Yeah, I'm just done. Just done with it all. So I'm going to pick up this and read this for a little bit. This is a historical fiction about the author L. Frank Baum's life and her work that she did with MGM as they made the Wizard of Oz movie. Wizard of Oz is one of my favorite movies, so I am really excited about this. I'm about 100 pages in, and I'm feeling it. And it kind of has, one thing I like about historical fiction, I don't read much of it, but one thing I like about it is that it kind of transports you in a really nice way, and I definitely feel that way with this book. I'm going to drink some ice water, read this, hopefully bring myself down to a more manageable level emotionally, and then make some dinner. Yeah, happy reading. So I just finished dinner and I'm about to clean up. But I think I'm going to sign off for the rest of the evening. I'm going to watch a movie with my husband. I might read some more. I might go to bed early. It's been kind of a stressful day. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. This was my very first vlog. So hopefully it was okay. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, have a good night.